Curse words and sarcasm were used in the making of this video. Hello, Jamie from Salty Card Creations, back with Laundry's cousin. Anyways, so I had found the pattern paper in my stack of, I want to say it's either an Echo Park, well, it's either Echo Park or Echo Park's Cartabella pattern paper, and so I saw the wrapped presents and I knew exactly the sentiment that I wanted with them. And then of course I picked up some of the holiday Pissy Kitties from Unity Stamps this year, and they're just, you know, my current mood. Yeah, so of course I watercolored them while I was on Crafty Chat, let them dry, ran them through the Brother Scan and Cut, so it cut them all out for me. I also did my heat setting and embossing on my little strips there all ahead of time. So this is how I used to do my holiday cards. Like, I would do a massive amount of them because I used to do 60. I don't do that many anymore. I just don't, I don't know. I don't enjoy writing holiday cards out. I just don't. So, you know, but I do enjoy making them, and I do send them out to a select number. Usually, if I get a card, I send one back out, and then I have a select number that I send to. Anyways, this is me showing you how to kind of add some personalizing touches to it. So you can keep them super simple. I just brought in, of course, my glitter art glue here. And then I added in some sparkly fluff. This is from our, I think it's our craft stash, which I don't even know if they're in business anymore. They're sparkly fluff, but you can get Fun Flock. Basically, it's Fun Flock, right? So you can get the Fun Flock is still out there and available. You could definitely go that route. If you can't get sparkly ones, mix your own. So take white and then add some glitter in there, and you'll get some sparkly Fun Flock. It's all good. So I just kind of worked with my layout as I went here. They're not all the same. Well, I mean, except for the Pissy Kitty, and the sentiment's all the same on them. So the sentiment came from Roadie's Christmas. So I know you can't currently get that one, but you can definitely write any sentiment you want on your computer program and print it out that way. Or if you have an old typewriter. I used to do that. I don't have a typewriter that works anymore, though. But it's, you know, one of the reasons why I kidnapped one of my grandmas when she was still alive. Because, yeah, I like printed, like, typewriter text. It'd be super fun to do it that way, too. Anyways, so I just kind of go throughout and kind of just continually add. I did have one that I die cut, like, way kitty wampus, so you know how you fix that? You just put it on there kitty wampus. No harm, no foul. It's all good. So some of them I added straight on to my card base. There was a few that I added some foam squares behind, so it popped up a little bit. So for the most part, I kept it fairly simple. I did some Fun Flock on some of the hats. I didn't do it on all. So my secret to that is, because I'm doing these in multiples, I just set it off to the side. Once I have the glue on there, the Fun Flock on there, or sparkly fluff in this case, I will just set it off to the side, someplace that I'm not going to bump it. I'm not going to set anything on top of it, because that's usually my biggest whoops. I tend to do that frequently. I'll set stuff on top of wet glue. It doesn't work well if it's not what you want stuck to wet glue. Yeah. Or Glossy Accents. So keep that in mind. I think there was one that I didn't end up doing sparkly fluff on or Fun Flock. So, Fun Flock is available as well. So I had red Fun Flock that I got from Nanny. So I did some with some red. And of course I just, set it off to the side, let it dry. And then I'll continue on with putting the rest of them together. Doing holiday cards in multiples usually tends to save a lot of time. So you do one step at a time and you just kind of do a process. Once I get all of the components done, then I just kind of, create until I'm done. This was the one that was like really crooked when I cut it out. The die cut shifted, and so, you know, I'm just going to use it because I have only stamped out enough to match my cats, and so I was like, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put it off at an angle. It's all good. No harm, no foul. And then, of course, just adding these on again. No big deal, right? So just continually just going one to the next, adding little things like the fun flock or sparkly fluff, or adding the glossy accents to the eyes, those types of things. Just kind of add a little bit to it. It doesn't take a whole lot, but you can personalize them in that way. You could have definitely added jewels and gems to them as well. You could have glittered some of the gifts if you wanted to. I ultimately decided not to. It's not, usually I would probably go all out, but I was trying to keep these a little bit simpler just because they tend to be a holiday card for me. You know, I try not to overdo too much. So these ones were supposed to go out to some snarky friends, and I think I sent one of them out. The rest of them are in my stash for next year. I may have gotten Influenza A the week before Christmas. And yeah, I was down for the count. Yep. That's why you're only getting this video today. Yeah. So I'd actually left, went to chores, and came back. So they dried for a very long time. I came back, I dumped off all the ones that had the sparkly fluff onto a piece of paper, and then I will close that one up, grab the one that had red on it. I think there was only one that had red on it. I really did like the red though, so I might have to do that one again next year, because yeah. And then just putting the fun flock back into the little thing, and then of course cleaning up that mess. And then I have all of my card fronts there. So the glossy accents for the eyes, I may have waited to do the glossy accents, you know, if I were going to do this again, and add them all when I'm all done. But ultimately, if you want to make them quick and fast. So I ended up with like 6 cards, pretty quick and easy. I will add those onto some card bases, and then I'll put a snarky sentiment on the inside, or a sweet one, you know, depending upon my mood, prevailing wind. They're done. I don't remember what I put in them. Anyways, I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye!